Okay, week 4 grammar. So you can see this week we are going to do perfect tenses. That's present perfect tense, past perfect tense, and future perfect tense. Now I've numbered them 1, 2, 3 so that you'll do them in that order, and I'm going to explain to you that order right now. Present perfect tense is when you express an action or a condition that occurred at some indefinite time in the past, meaning no specific time, it's just happened. And you do this simply by using has or have with the past participle of a verb. So if it's a regular verb like start, that would be has started or have started. If it's an irregular verb like drive, you don't say has drived or have drive, you'll say has driven or have driven. So what you'll do for your exercise is you'll complete each sentence with the present perfect tense of the verb in parentheses at the end of the sentence. So let's look at our examples here. First one says, we blank at this restaurant many times before. Well, I can see it's an irregular verb, eaten. We're not going to say we has eaten because of the word we, so we're going to say we have eaten at this restaurant many times before. Looking at the second example, it says she blanked to school alone ever since she was in 4th grade. Walk's a regular verb, so that's going to end in ed, and it's she, so we're going to say she has walked to school alone ever since she was in 4th grade. That's it, present perfect tense. Pretty simple, has or have plus the past participle of the verb. Second one's a little bit more complex. It's called past perfect tense. And you use this to indicate that one past action started and ended before another even started. So you're going to have two verbs in the sentence. You form past perfect tense by using had and the past participle of the verb. So for example, the word found becomes had found, and put becomes had put. So we're not using has or have, we're just using had. Here's an example. By the time the ticket office opened, that's just regular past tense, and here's the thing that happened before it, a line of 25 people had formed. Because that line had formed before the ticket office opened, we say had formed. That's past perfect. Another example, Jill dedicated her book to the teacher who had encouraged her long ago. We need to say had encouraged because the teacher had done it before she ever dedicated the book. So for your exercise, it says for each of the following sentences, fill in the blank with the past or past perfect form of the verb indicated in parentheses. You're going to be doing both so that you can show you understood which one happened before the other. Use the past perfect form of the verb that describes the action that takes place first. So your example here says Tabitha, and we're going to use some form of C, many wild animals in India before she, some form of move to New York. Well, which one had taken place first? I think it's the thing where she had seen animals. So we're going to say Tabitha had seen many animals in India before she moved to New York. So the one that happened first, you use the word had in front, and that makes it past perfect tense. The last one, future perfect tense, you use this to express one future action or condition that will begin and end before another future event starts. You do this simply by having will have or shall have, if you want to be real uppity, plus the past participle of the verb. So for example, write becomes will have written or shall have written if you like. And the word go becomes will have gone or shall have gone. So a couple examples here for you. By December, Sean will have lived here 6 months. By the time Michelle gets to college, tuition will have increased. So you fill in the blank for your exercise with the future perfect tense form of the verb in parentheses. By the end of the month, she will have forgotten all the definitions to these words. So what I should have done here is had the word forget in parentheses, and then this would become will have forgotten. That is the future perfect tense form of that verb. Remember to do these exercises in order and before you do the writing piece, which involves using perfect tense.